there, but there were 4 at Old Trafford, 3 of them to Manchester United. And Casemiro, who's on his way out of Manchester United, we think, at the end of the season, with the first of them, Roy.
Yeah, but he's doing so well in the last few months. And what he does, when you look at it, his timing, because his timing for these headers is absolutely fantastic. Like, it's no fluke. The way he reads the ball, the pace of it, and then he finishes it brilliantly.
Ross Barkley's goal was allowed in the end. Onana, we can see, is in an offside position. They had a good look at it on VAR and couldn't find anything conclusive to suggest that he had touched the ball.
Yeah, no, I don't think that, you know, he's trying to get out of the way. And to be honest, when the ball comes back in towards Ross Barkley, he should be getting back on side anyway. But, you know, he doesn't do that. He just manages to move his legs out of the way. It's a great finish by Ross Barkley on his opposite foot as well.
And you can see the shorts move, but that could be caused by the ball just going past them as well. That could be caused by the wind. But although he does say it did hit him, it looks as though that's what he's saying.
That's Ross Barkley's goal all day long. But he's trying to claim that.
Unless he's on a goals bonus. He might be on the goals.
He's got some front there.
But in the end, because Manchester United got back into the game, it wasn't significant in terms of the outcome. But this pass, yeah.
Brilliant pass. You can see there that Konsa gets caught with a Burmo. Cunha had not had his best game, but this is what good players do. They don't care. It doesn't seem to affect him. You can see Konsa just runs in. The passing, the timing is great. Opens his body up lovely, just guides it into that corner. Really good finish. Such an important goal for him as well.
So that made it 2-1 to Manchester United, and it got even better for them. Benjamin Šeško has become a real super sub for Manchester United with the third.
Yeah, he has been. And, you know, to be honest, I think Villa all day they were all over the place. And, you know, Šeško obviously sees it, come back in the box, and as a typical striker, with the form that he's been in, whether he's been on the bench or he's coming off the bench, you know, he turns quickly here. He sees the ball, he takes a shot, it takes deflection, but it goes in. It's a great finish for him and for his confidence as well.
Bruno Fernandes got the assist for the opening 2 goals for Manchester United. That takes him on to 16, which is more than any other Manchester United player in a Premier League season. It was also the second of them, his 100th assist for Manchester United. Here he is with Keane Mullenstein.
Bruno, congratulations. Just put into words how significant that performance and that win was today.
No, obviously it was very important because it's against a direct opponent, let's say. We were with the same point, so getting this advantage from them it's always good. And obviously we needed to win the game after last game that we couldn't get the 3 points we wanted. So today we did the job. I still think we can do much better, but the job is done. We got the 3 points, and I'm very pleased with that.
You knew it was going to be a difficult ask today, but what pleased you most about the performance?
No, as always, you know, like in the Premier League, every game is difficult. Obviously, when you play against Villa, that are a team very well organised and know what they have to do, the plan against us. It's always very good. It's always very tough to play against them, and a part of that, they have individual players that can make such a difference. But it was about to follow our plan, what we trained to do in this game. We did it very well. We knew they had a high line that we had to make sure that our runs were on point, because it's very difficult to get the momentum on that high line. It looks easy, but it's more difficult because if the timing is not perfect and the pass is not good, it's very difficult. But we did it today, and we won the game.
You've hit a couple of milestones yourself as well today. You got your 100th assist. In doing so as well, you beat David Beckham's assist record for a single season at the club at Manchester United. So how much of a proud moment is that for you as well? No,
obviously, I'm more proud and more pleased because I did it serving my teammates. You know, that's even better, because giving joy to the others is also very good when you play in the position I play. So I'm very happy that I can help them to score and to be happy having their moments. And obviously it's a huge achievement for me, but main achievement will be in the top spots at the end of the season.
Massive congratulations today. Thank you so much. Thanks, Bruno. Thank you.
Player of the match performance from Bruno Fernandes there, and it takes Manchester United into 3rd place in the table. They're 3 points clear of Aston Villa, 6 points clear of Chelsea, and Liverpool, as things stand, if it goes down to 5 places. Do they look comfortable in terms of Champions League qualification?
United, yeah, I think they're absolutely short for it. Again, we've mentioned it before, no distractions. They could just focus on the games, get some recovery in between the games. Villa looked a bit flat today. United, second half, pretty comfortable, and you give players like Bruno time and space, you're going to be punished. And as I said, I think United are absolute search for that Champions League spot.
And actually, quick word on Villa and their chances of Champions League qualification, not because of their position, but because of the momentum.
Yeah, of course. And, especially when United have got that psychological bit to it with them winning now. Liverpool see that they had that opportunity with Chelsea as well last night, and they didn't take it. And like I said today, they just weren't at it. And that's their own faults.
Yeah, they are increasingly getting that gap in third. So 0-0 at half-time. All the goals coming in that second half. United taking the lead from a corner kick, which, when you look at the way it was conceded, Tim, you weren't really happy about this from a Villa point of view.
Lucadinha at the back post, you see him there. It's a good save from Martinez, and he's under no pressure. Look, everyone sees it. Why are you giving a corner away there? Kick it out for a throw-in, or get yourself turned around and kick it up the field. But from there on in, Michael, the movement and the header was unbelievable, wasn't it?
And how many times have we seen it, Casemiro? For somebody that's not that tall, he times his runs, he times his jumps. He's a fantastic header of the ball. Ahmad just pulls away. You can see that highlighted area at the near post. He pulled Digne out of the way of that, and Casemiro comes and fills his space and nods it into the back of the net.
But the guys in the front area have to go and head the ball. I mean, he loses Ross Barkley, has a run on him. But if you're Ollie Watkins, you have to go and head that at the highest point. He's waiting for it to come to him. He doesn't see where Casemiro is. It's a brilliant time jump and a wonderful guided header. But they have to do better in the front area.
Yeah, Villa did have hope with 1-1, but then this is a brilliant move, and you love this finish as well from Matthias Cunha.
Oh yeah, he's just all class, isn't he? And this is Manchester United really at their best when they're defending, when they break reasonably quick. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes pulling out here onto the left-hand side. Mbeumo makes a run, but he times it poorly, really, so he's offside. But for Fernandes to see that, to spot that ball, is quite incredible. We just look at Konsa as well here. He takes a little look at Mbeumo, and just that little glance there almost puts him off, loses his momentum. Cunha then gets a run on him, and what a finish that is as well.
The key to this is the Casemiro pass to Bruno Fernandes gives him no control problems. He knows he can play it first time. As Casemiro's coming forward, he's looking at the two centre-forwards, looking at Mbeumo, he's looking where Cunha is, and he just lends it to the assister. He gives it there, and no control problems. He knows he can pass that ball first time. If you get it first time, the defenders are never set, and they were in behind. Once he was in behind, he was never, ever going to miss. Brilliant finish.
Benjamin Sesko didn't start today, but for the fourth time under Michael Carrick, off the bench to score a little bit of help, but he'd only been on the pitch just over 5 minutes to make absolutely sure.
Just shows you, doesn't it? Like these little bits of luck. It was a deflection, let's say, but they weren't going for him in the first half of his Manchester United career so far, and then all of a sudden you get a bit of luck, bit of confidence. You take a swipe at it. Don't know where it was going, to be honest, and then it bounces off a defender and goes into the corner. So, and that's what happens when you're in confident mood, surrounded by bodies, turns, strikes, and everything he touches turns to gold at the moment.
He stays alive, doesn't he? Makes his first movement, doesn't get it again, ricochets back out, he keeps himself alive. Great athleticism with a jump, by the way.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him when the ball's in motion with his head in. I think he can improve. He can still develop, this kid. But he definitely comes off the bench with the correct attitude to prove to the manager that he warrants a start. But unfortunately, the players ahead of him are too good. They're too good for him to start the games at the moment. Yeah.
I mean, you had a look at that table there. There it is. A 6-point cushion has suddenly emerged there between third place Manchester United, Chelsea, and of course Liverpool have the opportunity shortly to add to that. And that's very healthy. And 10, 11 games ago, very unexpected.
Exactly that, yeah. I said before the game that one team were going up that way and one team are going that way. And it's continuing. Aston Villa are dropping like a stone. Yeah. They need to arrest that slide. Manchester United, I mean, they're qualified for the Champions League. I'm absolutely certain of it. I've thought it for a long, long time now. They're in good form. Lots of goals being scored by various players. The managers, obviously, getting better and better, I guess. And the momentum's getting more and more. So Manchester United, I'd be surprised. In fact, I think they've probably got more chance of coming second, like catching a Manchester City, let's say, than they have of dropping out now. So they've got loftier ambitions. But Aston Villa, they need to hang on. They're probably, the likes of Chelsea losing yesterday was a real bonus for them. They got to get back on the wagon quite quickly.
The way it's going for them at the moment, Mo, I just think it might be easier for them to qualify for the Champions League by winning the Europa League. And I think it's a manager who's done that before. He's done it 4 times. I think it's time for Aston Villa to lift the trophy. I've got full belief that he will win the Europa League this season with Aston Villa and qualify for the Champions League.